Roger that.
This is easy. We kill them, and then we go home.
Roger that.
Decoy.
Roger that.
Throw the decoy. Smoke!
Roger that.
Grenade! Throw in the flashbang! Smoke!
Deploying flashbang. Decoys out. Affirmative. Roger that. Lock and load.
Go!
Throwing flashbang.
Virtus.Pro versus Team Liquid on Cobblestone.
Fire in the hole.
Throw in fire!
Smoke. Throwing a grenade.
No, exactly. That was the. Whoa.
Throw in the flashbang!
Grenade out.
Defense. We're gonna go right through UVP, through under.
Flashbang. Decoy.
Once again, 2 members of VP here, so another cross.
Yes. Roger that. Let's go, let's go! Grenade out!
Yeah, this is a scam.
I'm throwing the flashbang.
Throwing smoke.
Aggressive without any fear of being punished.
Yeah.
Grenade out!
And just taking Fnatic versus Vex isn't it?
Roger that. Roger that.
For that map control.
Let's go, people!
Well, this is a hard.
I'm throwing the flashbang.
Incendiary.
Smoke! Throw in the flashbang!
Throwing a grenade.
And yet another crossfire. It's like Virtus.Pro.
Fire in the hole.
Flashbang!
Grenade out. Laying.
Supremely confident in how they can perform on this.
Throwing a grenade. Smoke.
I'm throwing the flashbang.
Throwing
Throwing
flashbang.
smoke!
Grenade out.
Going to be the big round for Liquid, but because of how things have.
Laying down
Maybe
smoke.
try and create some.
Throwing fire.
Nitro's down to 51 HP. I mean, that's
Smoke!
Flashbang.
Connector. But there are currently
I planted.
arc, but they've also
Roger that.
rotated him.
Affirmative.
Huge, because even if platform is taken, they have players.
Let's
No
get
more
this
talking.
done.
Now we fight.
Throwing smoke.
Takes two with them, but the damage is
Throwing
done.
Flashbang.
Smoke. Grenade out.
Theory out.
Flashbang.
This entire map is this front line of night.
Roger that.
Throwing smoke.
Deploying flashbang.
Throwing the flashbang. Smoke. Throwing the flashbang. Molotov. Smoke.
That's good stuff from Team Liquid.
Grenade. Throwing fire. Activating the bomb.
Yes.
He's going to back off and support his teammates from the site.
Lock
This
and
is our
load.
fight.
And now he's going to be focusing on drop. He hears.
Roger that.
Throwing smoke. Grenade. Die.
Then they want to upgrade some pistols to try and do some economic.
I'm throwing the flashbang. Smoke. Molotov. Flashbang.
Going to give Liquid some breathing room. They're
Smoke. Grenade out.
Roger that.
Throwing the flashbang.
Roger that.
Smoke. Throwing fire.
only the single man Neo left behind over on.
Throwing smoke.
Now Liquid's got that decision to make. The bomb is.
I'm throwing the flashbang.
They're practically for free on the B side.
I'm throwing fire. Planted.
Back through the smoke. Not even a chance there. Situation here. We might lose a Dren.
He just bails him out. He keeps going at the moment. Couple kills there at the end, and more importantly, saves any kind of rebuy for Dren's huge. And this is going to be interesting to see how this half plays out. James, the coach for Team Liquid, has actually mentioned that they want to play a relatively tricky T-style. They want to do a lot of fakes. They want to make a lot of pressure on one side of the map, remain silent, and rotate back. They want to try and keep VP honest because, like I mentioned, they know that they've been, murdered by the flanks by VP in the past. So their entire game plan is to neutralize those kind of pushes and see what they can do.
That's what he mentioned that as well. The fact that he personally really likes Cobblestone. Hiko likes Cobblestone, and so between the two of them, it seems like they are really having that positive impact on the team. So far that we've seen with the 3 rifles picked up, jump in, but the timing is just off there. So Pasha spots him before he gets flashed. So opening kill goes VP's way. Follow-up is going to be picked up by Neo. They could get the boost for Pasha as well up on Plateau. That's exactly what's happened. And well, now Snack spots the lone man open as well. So this round, unless we see some big, just frag real kills coming in, most likely going to go VP way. Still a 2-on-4 situation here for him.
Yeah, this is going to be the big question for Liquid is how do they respond to adversity in these rounds, losing those picks early on and trying to work that platform. So where do they go from here? They just get bottlenecked in this choke point, and these two members, they have to commit here, but all of VP's here. So this is looking heavily favored for Virtus.Pro.
And Byali still holding it on the side, just peeking out. Taz is up close as well, so Byali, he's just like, pay attention to me. The defense is far away. Nobody's lurking up close. And well, then Snacks comes into party and Taz is going to be there as well. So very nice, clean finish to the round in the end. VP with 3 players left alive, so that's going to be solid for their economy. They can carry that over and just drop some guns for their teammates. We should get a pretty solid buy out of VP this round. Whereas Team Liquid, they had so much money, but it's not going to be a problem. I'm curious to see if Adren is going to go up to that AWP, but he doesn't.
He doesn't really like to op on the T sides very much. He's more of a defensive opper if he brings it out at all.
Okay.
There have been matches where he hasn't really touched it any whatsoever. So that will be interesting to watch, especially because Neo, once he gets an op in his hand, if he chooses to, this is kind of the thing with Team Liquid is that they struggle sometimes to really neutralize uppers just because they don't have one of their own who's very strong, especially against dueling. He's good at holding angles, a defensive opper, but they're going to have to find ways when Neo does bring that out to take these A-hulls, because you can bet he's going to grab this angle with an op when he gets the money for it.
Actually, it's pretty Neo, he's using an op to start things off. And this was voluntary buy, it seems, from him. Not sure if it was a miss or not, but you guys can see a bit of the COD scope going on. We don't get to see it too often. It's very rarely picked up. Apart from a brief time when Delpan became legend, he used it for one game that pretty much ended his career. So, 4-3. The score. VP still in the lead, but Neo's been picked off, and now Taz. This is it. This is the kind of risky play that you need to make in this kind of situation. He's going to be pushing very close in the underpass. He might be able to pick off Fugly, and yeah, there we go. Clean kill for him. The rotation is already coming in here from VP.
Yeah, and Taz's position actually means there's 2 fronts on this retake, so Liquid's got to be careful. They're stuck into this bomb site. They haven't really been able to fall back. Taz is containing them pretty well. Finally, Adren gets over towards those walls, but Taz is the difference maker here in this round.
And Snack certainly is going to be one. Hiko's there with the instant headshot. Pasha attacking the wallbang. And here it is, follow-up. We're into a 2-on-3 now. VP getting whittled down. Taz trying to find the headshot, but he's not going to do it. Nitro is going to be there instead. And Bialy caught out in the open. 1v2. This should be an unlosable situation now for Liquid, unless they choose to take fights individually, as we just saw there. Nitro goes for a bit of a risky peek, but Bialy should be able to back off now. He's trying to get at least 1 kill out of that. That might have cost him in the end, but still, the important bit is that Liquid, they pick up their 4th round. They tie it up at 4-4.
Even more important than that is they reset the economy of Virtus.Pro. So now that win in that round is going to force another save out of VP. They're going to upgrade some pistols, obviously. Only really Neo with any kind of money there. But now moving forward, they have control of the economy. You know, if they don't go on a losing streak, they can really command what Virtus.Pro can use against them. The smokes, the Molotovs, and these choke points early on. They can start, you know, it opens up all the different tactics they can use. If they want to go fast-paced, they're not going to be running through Molotovs. So cool stuff from Team Liquid right now, and a good advantage.
That's what we're always talking about, right, with this plateau defense. You know, you need to have grenades on that CT side. Absolutely right. Well, now Liquid, they're taking full advantage of that. Very quick push here from Alicia on the plateau, looking for that shot on the B defense. Full 5 men here for VP, but this is pistols for that hard eco. So they don't have the best firepower to repel this attack. I was kind of curious to see now if Liquid are going to commit to this. I mean, if Alicia starts getting headshots, that's certainly going to make things easier.
Right, but he can just be patient. He hasn't even had to commit to anything so far. He knows he's got the advantage in terms of AK. But Bialy, what a nice shot from up top, right next to the tree. He finds him around the edge of the smoke. Now it gets a little bit more scary, but still, so many AK-47s. But look at this, all Virtus.Pros here. And so is Team Liquid. They haven't fallen back. Another nice headshot from Bialy, so the damage is being dealt.
Yeah, they're getting whittled down. They can't just keep feeding one guy in after another, or, you know, the pistols will become dangerous. There's so many angles on this A side that Liquid will have to worry about if they try and push through. And they're running out of nades. They've got a single flash nade to maybe make their lives easier here, but Fugly, with the bullets, to get the job done, taking out Snacks. Neo, Bialy, and Taz still alive here for VP, and there you go, 2 shots coming through. Neo and Bialy picking up kills, turning it into a 2-on-2. Neo nearly executing the flank there with the AK, and it's going to be down to Adrian and Hiko, but look at their HP. That was totally possible for Taz to come through with.
Very, very risky. Very risky for Team Liquid. Like you said, ran out of smokes, ran out of nades, ran out of any kind of utility they wanted with just 1 flashbang, and just taking so much damage from those pistols, so not being super aggressive, trying to get off that B platform, taking the long-range fights, and Bialy, he punishes him for it a little bit, so that got very scary.
Nicely done there by Leech, but yeah, this was the key frag right here from Bialy. He made it pretty expensive, and it is going to be a quasi-buy in the follow-up here for Virtus.Pro. We're getting the replay. Hiko going to work. A very quick play so far from VP. Neo takes that scout that he just bought, goes into underpath looking for another shot, but he takes it to the face instead, gets dropped down to 22. 1 stray bullet will do it, but now he announces himself. He says, okay, there's a scout over here, so you're going to have to worry a little bit about that, Liquid.
He falls back just in time. No leash coming down danger. He's almost able to wrap around. Still a lot of presence over towards this B bomb site, but Snacks has actually been boosted up. He's going to be on a quick flank, so now all of this he can rotate Neo in the back of the bomb site. If he can get a lucky headshot to stall this out, that's going to be huge, but another nade out of Bialy brings him down to 7, and he gets eliminated.
That's like 2 dunk nades come straight in on top of VP, and now, well, the AKs are going to be paying off. Taz is, or Snacks is on the hounding. Yeah, it's probably in the back. Taz is there playing headshot onto Nitro, looking for another one as well, and he nearly takes Adrian's face off. Instead, he finds Hiko. They're just getting caught out in the open, Liquid. 2 players remain, and they're both boxed onto the site. There's a Galil now in play here for Snacks, and Taz is just putting the pressure on. He's well within lethal headshot range, but Adrian will spray him down. No Kevlar there to mitigate the aim punch for Taz. Snacks doesn't need it, though. Lands the first shot on Elige, and now Snacks just swapping over, jumping shot, takes down Adrian. And well, now no kit for Snacks, so no defuse, but big damage dealt to the economy here for Liquid.
Huge, and you can this almost looks like Virtus.Pro are going to have a better buy, especially with Snacks getting away with this AK-47, so free buy for him. Liquid's got plenty of money to purchase here, but the damage has been dealt. They lose these past 2 rounds. It comes down to 2 players surviving and 0 this round, so those are 2 very big, successful eco rounds for Virtus.Pro.
Look at Taz. I mean, he's just dancing around the truck, doing such good damage. But now we see it. That was just what you were saying. When Neo gets that AWP, how is this going to impact the game? He's up to the sniper rifle now. And very good nade count here for VP across the board as well. They are fully equipped, whereas Liquid, Elige is rocking a UMP, which is a good SMG to be using. It has really high armor pen, but it's not like an M4 or an AK.
No, and now the question does come. Are they going to be prepared for Neo? He's doing much what he was doing with the scout earlier, just trying to clear over the smoke that's middle. He's going to fall out now, but this is actually huge, so he can get any kind of position. Taz is going to play closer to the bomb site, but Neo with the city, he can do a lot of damage before anyone's comfortable. And with the bomb over in A-Halls, this makes me think that eventually, Fugly and Nitro are still back at the B bomb site. And it could be a pinch out of that A site, but this is just Team Liquid doing what they wanted to do. Clear out those A-Halls, make sure Taz and Neo have to be honest. Now they're even forcing Snacks and Pasha onto a rotation. The bomb's going to go back towards the B bomb site, and Hiko and Adren are going to try and do any kind of lurk, draw the attention, keep them at this A site.
They have to. Hiko has to make some noise. Because right now that rotation is going back towards B site for VP. They saw the smoke execute, or at least the smokes that would indicate an execute onto the A site, which is why they rotated so quickly. But now the push begins onto the B side, and Nitro's there to open things up with a headshot on Bialy. Pasha is gone as well. Drops to that EMP as mentioned. And Snacks with the backstab. Good timing there. Not going to get the second spray down, though. Still, somehow we find ourselves in a 2-on-2.
Beautiful entries out of Team Liquid. Now Taz gets that one, so it's all on the Legion. He still has the UMP. He hasn't been able to upgrade it whatsoever. He's got a toy with an AWP at long range. So just hiding behind this pillar. This is crucial, but a nice shot onto Taz from long range.
Oh my, and he actually clutches it with an SMG. Elige. That was huge. He goes and picks up an AK, stays off that AWP, but that's going to rock VP. You just lost a 1v2 situation to a UMP.
Elige came to play today.
Oh, dude, he is definitely shaping up. He's one of those players that you really have to keep an eye on Liquid.
One of the rising stars. His big knock is he hasn't really been able to bring it at these tournaments frequently enough. We see him have some pretty good games here and there, but consistently in this game, just coming up huge with very nice kills. He's at 12 and 8 right now, but none bigger than those 2 to close out that round.
Yeah, that was fantastic stuff. Well, now, full AKs across the board for Liquid, but it is going to be a pistol round again for VP. Snacks is willing to spend a little bit of money on the shotgun, but this is going to be rough. And well, as I said,
them see the splatter of the headshot. Now Neo's going to get into a duel, and Adren drops him as well. So very nicely done from Team Liquid, up 5-on-3 in this round. It is just an eco for Virtus.Pro, some upgraded pistols, but they're spread across the map, and this time it looks like Team Liquid doesn't want to allow them to do any kind of damage whatsoever.
Doing a very good job. We're getting a little bit of a side view of Fugly, who's clearing out the halls right now, making sure that nobody has pushed up on VP's side. This is just thorough. Group up. I like this, the fact that these anti-eco situations, you need to make sure that you're not really going out one at a time. You need to stay together so that, if Nitro were to die there, for example, boom, you get the reflag, boom, you just keep speeding up onto that side. You don't really run the risk of dropping an AK for VP to pick up. That would be the worst case scenario.
Now the big thing, when you're up this late in the round in an eco, you just got to stabilize your exit strategy. You have to make sure you can fall back safely, and you can see Fugly and Hiko are back into these B halls. They're going to say, this is where we're falling back, guys. Elige is being a little bit too aggressive. He's all alone. If he were to cruise this gun, that's not like a huge disaster, but that's not a good thing to have. So you see him, he just runs away from the fight. They're all going to exit. Very smart play from Liquid here. It's only Adren sticking behind just long enough to make sure they're not going to try and run in and do something tricky. But Liquid gets away on this anti-eco with no deaths.
Buddy, he's cutting it a little bit close.
Especially when he misses that jump.
Yeah,
he's getting nervous.
But he will make that successfully. Oh, Nitro nearly dropping down to 2. Okay, then. But that is going to be... this is actually going a little bit more according to plan here. C-side picking up a few more rounds. Liquid now in the lead. No matter what happens with the remainder of this half, they have 8 rounds on the board. Best case scenario for VP now is 8-7. And yeah, Elige is just leading the charge right now. 12 kills to his name for the North American team. pretty much exactly going. I mean, it's going according to plan here for Liquid. This is fantastic.
I don't think we've ever seen a North American team bully the Virtus.Pro the way that Liquid is right now. So this is a sick match they're putting together. Now 4 members over towards this B bomb site. They might just try and speed it up. It looks like they want to get aggressive, but that smoke's going to delay. So many smokes out on that B platform, and Nitro's just going to run through it backwards anyway, so he's going to get aggressive with Elige. This duo has been a beastly deal with the enemy. Pushes up A apartments, he gets that first kill, and Pasha's boosted now.
Yeah, they know exactly what's happening. And there's a 1-for-1 trade at least. Takes out the one. Snacks is going to take out Nitro as well. And these hand flashes coming in from V. A lot of time. Oh, yeah, drops the bomb carrier and get a follow-up spray onto Elige. That just took too long, Team Liquid. VP, again though, Neo, look at that. The aggressive push through the halls, gets into the back line, realizes there's nobody here, and instantly VP start rotating over towards that B site. Taz wasn't a part of the action because he was watching drop, but Snacks was able to get in there and get into the fight a little bit.
And that's a bummer. That's exactly what Team Liquid does not want to have. They know those flanks have been brutal, and once Neil grabbed map control, once again, every time he's pushed up A and he's been able to sustain that map control, Liquid's gotten punished for it. So, Fugly falling there, a little bit unfortunate, but a nice pick from Neo with that AWP. It looks like he's going to do it again. He's got a teammate with him as well in those halls.
Oh yeah, he was looking mighty aggro there. Nitro, though, taking out Pasha. And it looks like Pasha wasn't even jumped up on the plateau. He was maybe just trying to get close. Maybe we were going for a bit of a spray battle. Neo puts a shot through, but he puts it into the wall instead of into his target. That's not going to be good enough here. Bit of a missed opportunity to bring it back to a 4-on-4. Good peek there, though, by Taz to get some info.
Yeah, a little bit of a lapse as well. Liquid should know that he's going to be doing that. That's just what punished him the round before. No one with their eye on it, and he almost gets away with it twice in a row.
That's where nerves might be coming into play a little bit again. You know, things are going well for you. You can it might go a bit to your head. You have that adrenaline rush.
Sometimes you get a little bit more nervous when you're doing so well. Yo, this is all going perfectly.
So this isn't. We're supposed to be fighting here. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Fresh smoke going down there by Snacks, given the angle. Got to be careful though. That's probably what Pasha, what cost Pasha his life earlier. So don't want to put too many shots through that smoke, especially with an A4. They can see the tracer rounds.
They have 30 seconds left on the clock, though, so Liquid's really running this one down, and they've got some smokes and Molotovs to work with, but they've got a lot of places to clear out. 3 members here. Huge on top of this platform.
Double Molotov at disposal here for VP. Molotov goes down. Bialy's going to be forced back, but the shots are landing anyways. Bialy and Snacks both picking up kills. Elige, Fugly, and it's just going to be the 2 of them left. Fugly not even able to get off the platform. He finds 1 kill. There's a second headshot. Now it's lightening up. He needs to just make that jump across, but then Elige making steps, making noise. Neo finds him. They will not be able to stop that bomb plan from happening, but an easy recovery there for VP, and they will be picking up a 6th round for themselves here.
That's where you start seeing Team Liquid the pressure coming in. As that clock is running down, they throw a Molotov to clear that tree spot out, and just one peek, just a second or two too early before that Molotov actually hits. Bialy's able to get that first kill and stalls everything out from there. So that's just a little bit of a poor, unfortunate timing for them. And it's very interesting. They got that first kill in the round. They had a 5-on-4 for quite some time, but they didn't really feel like they wanted to put any pressure on. They didn't maintain any aggression after that. They were just content to sit back, watch for any kind of a push. Weren't able to punish Virtus.Pro any further.
Well, 15th round, last round of this first half, and it's going to be a force buy from Team Liquid. 3 rifles, 2 Tech 9s, good nade count, but a fully equipped VP are waiting for him here. And you were wondering, with the Tech 9s, were they going to try and go for some kind of ultra aggro, get in VP's face really quickly, but that's just not the case. They do decide to slow things down here on Team Liquid's part again, and this time they've spread out all over the place. It isn't one guy, Fugly kind of lurking behind, the one man on his own on one side of the map. No, it's a complete spread here from Liquid. They're really hoping to be able to catch somebody being aggressive on VP's side. You can even see that with Hiko sitting all the way back, nearly into T-spawn, right below the tower. Yeah, you got him right here. So he's watching to see if Neo is going to go for that push, and it all comes down to timing at this point. Because Neo is completely exposed. If Hiko takes a step out, this could be big.
Yeah, and it is going to be perfect for Hiko. He gets the kill. Nicely done from him. That's a dangerous game because Neo had a lot of space to peek. Hiko was really almost baiting his teammates completely there, saying Neo's going to be able to take a shot, but if I hear it, I'm going to pounce on him, and he doesn't even have to. Neo just goes a little bit too far. That still doesn't, the VP hasn't rotated much off this B bomb site, so 3 members there. Snacks finally coming over towards A, where there's a lot of pressure. The bomb is going to remain over at B.
Yeah, this is really scary. They're actually going to try and wrap their way through connector, it looks like. Elige, not sure if the flash caught him, but he gets sprayed down by Snacks through the doors. Bomb is making its way off a plateau, though, but Bialy has hung back on that B site, and it's not a full rotation. There's still 2 players waiting in connector. Before I can even finish the sentence, that's it. All the kills go Team Liquid's way. They just completely sandwich VP in connector, basically, between the A and the B sites.
That's the kind of aggression you want when you get that first kill that Hiko got. We saw the round before, they kill Pasha with the B bomb site, and they just stall themselves out from there. They play very passively. This time, they get that kill. They know they've got some space to work with. They work their way at mid. They make a good call. They just, they just beat Virtus.Pro on the fact that they had to rotate, and they were just a little bit out of position, and it punishes it.
Now we can see a little bit of a featured matchup coming up here between Snacks and Hiko. It was the one that was talked a little bit about on the analyst desk as well at the beginning. Snacks definitely doing a bit better of a job, 14 kills to his name, but that's pretty much what we were expecting. That's the level that Snacks is playing at right now. He is on point. So as far as VP are concerned, he should be leading the way. Nitro also doing some good work.
Yeah, the big thing to mention is that Hiko, he's that late round player. He's the player they won alive in clutches, and all these rounds they win. You look at Elige, Fuckley, and Nitro, 13, 12, and 10 kills. They were so effective opening up these sites that it really didn't leave Hiko many kills to have to even go for at the end of the rounds. They just had to play it safe.
True.
So that's that big front line for Liquid, having a beautiful first half and surprising everyone with this 9-6 scoreline.
Well, now's where it gets interesting. 9-6. I mean, that is a respectable scoreline for both teams. 6 rounds, VP can work with this. Between the snipers, well, I mean, Neo had an AWP, Adren didn't, so unfortunately, it was a pretty even matchup between the two, though. I'm glad that we are kind of getting these, just to get a little bit of an idea of who we should be focusing on here in the certain matchups.
He may actually choose to pick up an AWP on the CT side. If he wants to throw that in, that's kind of the side that he likes to do it on. So that'll be crucial, but this is the big thing now is Virtus.Pro gets to, throw their muscle around. They get to dictate where the attacks come into play, where they take their fights.
Now, while you kind of just cross your fingers and hope at this point for Liquid that the guys who've been hitting shots so far, Elige, Fugley, Nitro, the front line on the T side, well, now it comes down to the CT side. Now you're going to be on the defense. You're just going to be holding these spots, and the headshots are really going to count either in plateau play or if they try and come charging up underpass VP. They do sometimes like to go for that. So now we have to see what the choice is going to be for VP going into this pistol round. We see the buy unfolding here. And so far, 2 Kevlar, 3 Kevlar. We might have a 4th. Yeah, Snacks goes for the Kevlar as well. So just brute force method coming in here from VP.
Yeah, one smoke. They're just saying we're going to block off one choke point and just explode on you. And all 5 heading very, very quickly towards connector. Hiko spots one out. Is he going to be ready for this pressure? He's got no backup, and he's got to run so far, no cover. But Pasha can't land the shots.
How is that possible? Dunk nade as well. No, they dodged the damage somehow. Pasha's still alive somewhere around here, but they are going to be just charging through. Pasha right below the balcony. Nitro turns around, nearly takes out Pasha, but the damn on VP, they have advantage and should be able to pick up the bomb and get that bomb plant. It's dropped behind the van. That's an open angle. He should be able to get it. Adren gets spotted out. He gets caught, and now it's going to be between Elige and the remaining 3 Virtus.Pro members. Elige, nice headshot to start. A second one as well. And it's going to be now him versus Neo, the legend. Bomb planted for Neo as well, and he gives away his position, but this is just fantastic. 3 headshots for Elige, just like that. The retake happens, and he has the kid as well. A quad kill on the pistol for the young star.
Elige is a beast right now. A 1-on-3 victory, and you just see in Taz's face. He doesn't want to say anything. He's just like, how do we give up that round? That is incredible that Elige pulls that off. 3 very nice shots and a kit to boot.
Max did everything that he could as well. We got that in the replay there.
That peek is not necessary.
Yeah, the Ollie getting caught, and Neo as well, just facing so early on when the bomb is ticking. I'm really surprised. This is like confidence, I think, on VP's part. They're like, everything's gone so well in this pistol round to begin with. We're just going to roll them, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, if you give these guys the chance, it's aim. That's what they're known for. You give them the chance to land those headshots, and they're going to take it.
Yeah, the talented youngsters of Team Liquid. I mean, Elige is only like 17 or 18.
18, yeah. I think Kirby is the only 17-year-old in the tournament playing for Team Dignitas, but Elige, I believe, is 18.
Well, he's, yeah, you believe it now. A lot of people are going to believe in Elige moving forward from here. This is a great breakout performance from him.
Oh, yeah. First map of the tournament for him, and he's doing, well, an excellent job. And now we get into the second round here. Force buy as well from Virtus.Pro with the pistols and the Tech 9. They get the Kevlar there. Snacks taking out Elige, so we might have cursed him a little bit there, Moses. MVP will get the bomb plant on this site. Fugley's going to put the pressure on with the P90. He gets 2 kills, in fact, and now comes down to Pasha. Made a little bit of a step there, but Fugley, he's just completely annihilating the team here. Pasha's going to be the only man alive. And from what looked like a great position for VP, it completely falls apart. Liquid, that retake was dominant.
Yeah, Fugley really saves the day, because actually, as much as you're right, we might have cursed him, as much as we touted Elige. A little bit over aggressive from him taking that battle up on the platform when none of his teammates inspired. That wall of smokes, and looks like the coach almost had a heart attack that round when they get swarmed into the bomb site. He just sees the entire half collapsing from here.
This real life pinch me.
Please no, not like this.
Oh man, and yeah, this is when the P90 gets the shine. All right, hold down mouse 1, go ham. And yeah, he even got the last one with the USP. Nice work from Fugley.
That's huge too, because that's a crucial angle to grab. When that bomb's being planted, you want to have that wide angle to retake that bomb site. It gives your teammates a lot of space. They don't have to worry about so many peaks around that fountain. So it was brilliant play with that P90, and now a heavy drop play out of Virtus.Pro.
Virtus.Pro, actually, they kind of messed up the drop in the smoke. So now the timing is off, and Fugly, he must have heard some steps. That's close enough, and you can see him just ready in case they drop around. He wants to land that headshot immediately. Virtus.Pro with a little bit of a fumble, and now all they have to work with is a flash, a single flash to get them onto the site.
That's unfortunate. They're going to go right back at it, though. Fugly's rotated off, so they just kind of bait that timing a little bit. It's just going to be Nitro. He cannot eat that flash, but 3 members here. If this drop is successful, if that first player goes down, it's going to be very scary for Team Liquid, a very precarious hold.
Yeah, not ideal, especially because Alicia's going to have his back exposed. This is Nitro, P90 in hand. Perfect gun to have for this situation, especially when VP, they don't really have Kevlar. There we go. Fugly spots out the first man. Viali is down. Adret just goes leaping in. No fear from him. Nearly takes out a teammate as well. And Neo and Pasha were the two playing off a plat. Nitro caught, but that was a much better situation than what could have happened there for Team Liquid.
There was that small window where Virtus.Pro hit it at that point. They would have only had to deal with one person. Call from Liquid. It had to have been Nitro was saying, "Listen, I can't watch this right now. They could already be down. Like, turn around, help me out. I got this corner. Just do the bait and switch. Works perfectly for Team Liquid. But now we're gonna go into that first buy. And Virtus.Pro has everything they could want. 3 Molotovs, all 5 have smokes, AK-47s across the board. And they've got to start winning because this is a 6-round lead for Team Liquid, already up at 12.
Exactly. And this is decisive win as well, because Liquid are starting to get a little bit of money to work with here. Virtus.Pro, they need to keep the pressure on. They need to cut Team Liquid's legs out from under them right now in this round, and then it has to be what happens to Virtus.Pro. Just force them into these awkward pistol rounds where they have to save or go for quasi-buys.
Yes.
That's the key here for VP. A little bit of damage dealt to Alicia already to start.
This is pretty aggressive from Team Liquid in the sense that letting Hiko basically man this entire A bomb site, this entire half of the map, all by himself for this long. We've seen matches against North American teams where Virtus.Pro just runs right up mid with no respect. And if they get into that habit, it's going to be the only one there. You run into a situation you're not going to be able to retake against AK-4.
Now VP space to work with. They've got control of the halls, they have control of underpass, and very passive holder in response out from Liquid. And you're right for pointing that out, there's no utility left. Alicia has a single flash ready to stop any kind of push coming through. Smoke goes down a blocked off connector, and now that gets a little bit more difficult here for the North American team, as all of VP are going to go crashing onto this A site. 4 players here for Liquid though, so that is something. With 2 players alive on the site still, and Neo taking point already. He's leading the way. 1 kill. 2 kills, 3 kills for VP. Could be a 4th as well, and yep, Neo with the 180 just turns around and takes the Dren's face off. And that leaves Nitro as the last man here on the B site. Well, that was perfection for VP. That's was everything going to plan.
Crazy, because with 4 members there, Liquid had the right read.
Yeah.
They just, the big thing was they rotated those 2 players over from the B bomb site, but they didn't actually get out of the choke points. So when that execution came in from VP, they're smoked off everywhere. So it didn't even matter they had 4 people there. They might as well have only had 2, because those other guys in connector couldn't do anything. So that's a little bit unfortunate for Team Liquid. They had the right read on the situation, but just couldn't make it work. But you're right, VP had so much space. I mean, no pressure put on. Hiko's there alone, so he doesn't get aggressive whatsoever. And then when the rotation does come in, they're pretty much confined to that bomb site.
Yeah, that's the awkward place to be, because once they get close enough where they can get the, get eyes on balcony, then they get that line where you're just going to get that crossfire onto the site itself. And that's where you saw Neo go, and he was like, okay, there's balcony, check, whip around and take the man out on the site. It's nasty stuff. They do have enough money to get a buy out of this, though, Liquid. And, there is that AWP for a Dren. But again, they have to be... So, like, what happened to all the nades for Liquid, right? Did they go aggressive in anti-plateau rush where they just chucked everything?
Yeah, they were out.
VP were going to be there?
They were out at like a 1-minute mark. Yeah, it's just a little bit of fear of waiting for that explosion more than like they're using them quickly just to make sure they don't get blown up in those first 50 seconds. But you have to be able to take some. You have to be able to be confident in that kind of a situation to have those nades later on.
I know, exactly. And just that right now, look at this. I mean, they're still really light on the nades. 4 flashes, 2 smokes. That's all Liquid have here to stop any kind of aggression coming from VP. It's all going to come down to, well, the hard work of landing the shots. And Adren's going to miss the first one. Hiko decides to get a little bit closer here up in apartments. He's kind of trying to hold this angle up close in case VP try and chuck some smokes over. But right now, actually, it's kind of open.
Yeah, once again, though, they didn't have any nades this time around to begin with, but Liquid's already down to 1 smoke that just got used onto a Dren. 2 flashes with 50 seconds left. This is a tough situation in these late round executes. If Virtus.Pro is catching on to this and they just keep slow playing everything, they're just going to be able to grind out the utility and be able to do whatever they want.
How did that smoke go for a Dren? I think it must have gone up into a park. Smoke clearing an underpass though, and all of VP while they're making noise over on the A site. And there it is, pick off onto a Dren. Neo doing great work. This is going to keep the man close to the connector as well. That's Fugly a little bit late to get to the party over on the B site, where it's about to get underway. VP just running right in through the smoke though, not waiting for it to clear, and Fugly takes advantage of that. But 4 players about to go crashing onto this B site for Virtus.Pro. Again though, Liquid made the right call. They have 3 players here to try and hold this up. Make it expensive for VP, but Pasha starts it off strong by taking out Elige. Higo with a long-range spray duel is going to take out Bialli though. And we're into a 3-on-3, but they've taken so much damage, Liquid. It's not done yet, though. The time is ticking. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and they're going to start that plant. Taz is there to hold the line as well, and it goes down. VP, they found a way with literally no time left on the clock. They actually managed to force Liquid. Well, now, yeah, Taz with all 3 kills in the end.
That's just beautiful cover from Taz, because you could see Liquid, they just felt a little bit antsy. It might have been smarter for them to let that plant go down instead of just pounce on it, but Taz was ready for that, because with 6 seconds left on the clock, Liquid's just like, all right, this is what we got to do, last ditch effort, let's just rush the plant and try and get the bomb down. Higo stayed so far back in case they were successful that he could just run away, but Taz with a perfect cover, beautifully done.
Yeah, this is all Taz, and that's a lot of faith on Snacks as well. I mean, faith, basically, he had no choice. Get that bomb down. Lose the round, but still, great work there on Taz, who also individually has stepped up his game going into this major. So, you know, a lot of talk has been about Snacks, but can't forget that Taz is sitting there with 17 frags right now.
Yeah, he's there with him, performing really, really well. And good faith in Snacks just to trust his teammate. You're ready. He did have to get the plant down, but just knowing, just saying, all right, Taz, this one's all on you, buddy.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. And 1 of you. But
let's get the closest one.
They don't call him the Tasmanian Devil for nothing, man. They leave him alive. And well, there's the opening. Hard eco coming out from Liquid. So this is where it starts to really get in. You know, not only that play where maybe the more passive play would have been key, let the bomb go down, and then use that numerical advantage to just close in on the site. VP are getting closer and closer to tying things up. Still 4 rounds separating them, but already Liquid forced into a hard eco. This is not going according to plan. They want to be in the hard eco situation when they've got 13 or 14 rounds on the board.
Right, and Adren, he's going to salvage an AK-47. He's going to try and save that, and he's got enough people protecting him as well. He should be able to get away with this gun. But you mentioned it, that first gun had been a decisive victory for Virtus.Pro. They stayed alive with 4 people. Now they're able to build up some money. There's a second AK-47 falling. I don't think they're going to be able to salvage this, though. That 5.7 doing some work at long range, and Higo does get it with the last bullet. He cleans out Pasha, so a little bit of economic damage is going to start digging into that bank that's been built up for VP. And Team Liquid still with a healthy lead, 12-9. It's closing slightly, and now we're going to see the off from Neo come out on the T side. Adren does not have one here. They haven't seen it yet. This might catch him off guard.
Yeah. This is where it gets really fun, and Neo, he can be one of those aggressive offers who just like hunts for those angles as well, hunts for those duels. But you're right, no AWP to counter. Again, kind of light on the nades. At least they have a Molotov on the Dren to work with this time, to try and slow down any aggressive pushes. And well, VP, you know, they were posturing for a B rush at least. All 5 of them just barreling into that into the hull towards long, towards plateau. But Elige now he's got a little bit of a cheeky spot. He can set up to try and stop this push when it comes through. Especially if Nitro's there to draw the attention. That just might be what happens. Full flash on Nitro, full flash onto Elige as well. He gets out of the Molotov. The time doesn't burn alive, 0 to 100. Here we go. He holds the line, takes the bomb carrier, gets caught midair. Fugly's there though, taking out Neo, and Fugly with a double kill. Nearly getting the triple as well, but Taz stop it. Except from Pasha, falling apart on Taz, the last man. Turns it into 1v1, but still huge health lead for Higo, and this is like the king of clutch himself. This is when Higo excels. He's got ice water in his veins. He does not make mistakes. But with so much time left on the clock now, Taz has got options.
And you can see Higo glancing up towards the drop, but that flash is going to kind of give it away that he's not there. So Higo play this one really well. Coming out of the doorway, he spots Taz. I don't think Taz saw him there. He goes for the fake plant just to peek, and actually I think Higo made a footstep there, so Taz has the angle, but Higo's going to win it with the peek anyways. Beautiful one-on-one to win. That puts him up towards 13. Liquid needed that one to get back on the board, but such an expensive round. This next buy is crucial. Liquid losing 4 members there. They're in extreme danger of getting reset again, and that would just close the gap even more. And they're going to have to stabilize once again Elige with an UMP. We saw the damage with it earlier, but Taz going to do that twice.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's the kind of, that will be the round that really just turns everything. We were talking about jitters before. Now after a clutch like that, Higo living up to it, doing the work for the team. This is why he's on the team, is to win situations like that, to give them that edge. And so now 13 rounds on the board for Liquid. They're within striking distance, and if VP lose this round, they lose this round without a bomb plant. We're looking at real odds for Liquid to pick up this map, so this is it. Can VP just keep their cool? We have to see all those long years of experience to play here for the Polish team.
Yeah, the money on the Virtus.Pro side is out. It's gone. Everyone below $1,000. So for Neo at 1,200. But yeah, losing this would just be terrible. Snacks is going to pop flash himself and clear out this connector. No one's peeking there. That was a round where Hiko was aggressive in those A-halls for the first time, really very early on, but fell out before any pressure got applied to him. So he really wants to play this a little bit more passively. He's found a good angle. A nice Molotov right as the smoke clears is going to hold back VP just a little bit longer. All 5 members in these A-halls or down into danger. That's Pasha. But it's still just Hiko and Adren at this A site.
Let's see, smoke's going out. Taz setting up the connector. Now, do they actually commit? 35 seconds left on this clock. VP don't have any time to fake anymore. They're going to have to commit. But fresh smoke goes down here, and as it should be clearing, there might be Hiko lurking on the edge. Bialy seems to have an idea of this, though. He's holding this angle already, and as the smoke clears, Snacks is going to be there to pick up the kill. This is where falls apart for Liquid. They are going to be able to return blood, but then double kill coming in here for Virtus.Pro. Man jumping off the balcony gets caught out in the open by Neo. He can't do anything, bro, and it's going to be... We saw with that UE earlier. Still a 1v3 situation here for him. It's a lot to add when the Triangle of Doom has been set up on the B side already, or rather on the A side.
Well, they had it on the pistol round as well, and he managed to win that one. It's pretty much very similar positions aside from Taz, who's going on a flank to try and make sure Leech can't save any kind of a gun. It's just a UMP, so it's not a huge issue, but Taz just going for throats right now. Doesn't want him to have anything, and this is going to be that economic reset.
I'm a bit surprised that Taz is willing to go for it, though. I mean, considering Virtus.Pro's money is just as low as Team Liquid's right now, do you really want to be risking throwing away an AK? I mean, maybe it's like, okay, if Elise just stumbles in here, great. Otherwise, I only got 16 HP, so I better be pretty far away from the bomb when it goes off.
Yeah, it's not so much a hunt as it's just let's grab that angle, see if he falls into my trap. But either way, Virtus.Pro take another one away onto that A bomb site. In these situations, with those 4 kills in that round that Liquid won, it's their CT sites they've been just running out of nades. They just haven't been able to buy full kits quite yet. So Virtus.Pro is keeping the economy in check, even while they're so far down. And this could be another double save situation for Team Liquid. So this could get up towards 12 rounds for VP. And then down the home stretch, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to get way too close for comfort. And that's where the experience, I think, is going to weigh out for VP, where they're going to have that edge. But again, we see the smokes being used here by Virtus.Pro. They're just going to go running straight onto the B site. It is a full B site stack here for Liquid, though. Elijah's here with that UMP. Couple of, well, 1 P250 and a 5.7. So Liquid, they have a little bit of firepower to work with here.
Yeah, Elijah's actually boosted up. He's going to grab that first kill on his Snacks. He got boosted up in a drop, so that's a good start. Now VP, they look like they want to commit to this. They have 2 members out wide on the platform. Every member of the Liquid is here. But Pasha's going to do some work. They're struggling with 1 more kill, so he's going to get up into a 3-on-3. There comes the UMP. Can't get that kill at long range. He's dealt the damage, though, and 1 member of Chicken Crew could kind of seal the deal here for Liquid. He could surprise him.
Again, patience from Hiko. And he gets the lineup as well. So much spray, and that sets it up for Elige. Neo is there, and again, we're in a 1v1. But this time, Hiko, he's at a severe disadvantage. He's only got the 5.7. He's picked up the AK, but no Kevlar, and no luck this time. Walks out, and Neo will get the kill this time around. 11-13, and what a close round again.
Yeah, Hiko had to make that play too. In that chicken coop, everything's spammable. If you get in any kind of a gunfight, you'd have to commit to it. And with no armor and just a 5.7, he goes for the AK, but Neo, like you said, the experience. Wins out at the end with a very nice headshot. Now an up as well.
It's like Neo, Taz, I mean, obviously Pasha, but like Hiko is pretty much the most experienced player on Liquid. So that's why he's going to be able to excel in those kinds of situations.
I like the investment in this round from Liquid. Lige buys light armor and a UMP again, upgraded pistols. Fugly even had some armor as well, because you'll notice they kept the damage. They did some damage that round. They kept the economy low. Bialy and Neo are at $100. Pasha's at $600. Yeah. So if they can keep it low again, get 2 or 3 kills this round, any win moving forward is going to reset the money for Virtus.Pro. With net 13 rounds, if you can just reset the economy and get to 15 basically for free, that's huge.
Well, they're trying to change. I mean, they're saving it up again. Neo is looking to see if anybody's going to try and pull at Neo on him, try and go for some kind of aggressive information grab by pushing out through the A halls. That's just not the case right now. Liquid perfectly content to just sit back, try and let Virtus.Pro walk into their trap.
Their defenses have actually been very passive, especially relative to Virtus.Pro's, and they're just going for these calls, trying to grab the information and stack bomb sites, but they're not pushing for it. They're just trying to read the play as it develops. And unlike Neo, who was pushing out towards A halls, was trying to gain that map control and able to cheat that.
They're not exactly making their jobs easy, are they?
No.
And so, well, Nitro is able to pick up 1. He was lurking on the site, but he is gone, and this is going to be a free bomb plant now for Virtus.Pro. They realize what kind of game Team Liquid were up to there. I mean, they have upgraded their pistols, Liquid, but again, no utility, well, they have a Kevlar and 5 left. No importance, very little. So now it's going to come down to whether they can actually make it happen in this next round, Liquid. And yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Moses. The fact that Liquid just are not, they're making their jobs harder by not pushing for info. They're not actually making the kinds of calls that VP were making, where VP were like, okay, we can actually have that extra man over here without any risk because Neo's pushed into mid. He's gotten us all this information on the setup.
Right, and we've seen times where Liquid's made the right call, but because they're not being aggressive for that info, they get blocked out by smokes and choke points and on the rotation, so they can't be quite as effective in cheating into the bomb sites. But either way, this is the big round right now for Team Liquid. They're going to have all the utility they need. And this is a good call. I like this call out of Team Liquid. The pause here, the tactical pause. They know this round is huge. They're going to talk things over and come up with something. Question is, are we going to see Virtus.Pro switch something up in their own pause?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. VP are too savvy. Neo, sneaky guy. Snacks as well. I mean, right now it's actually pretty even across the board, it seems, for both of these teams as far as the frags are concerned. Adren is lagging a little bit behind, but everybody pretty much in the mid-teens, getting into the 20s as well there for Snacks and Elige. But you're right. I mean, VP are going to be a team that could change things up completely as well. Just go for a straight B rush. That would be actually, you know, something that they'd be willing to go for and really just try and catch Liquid off guard.
Well, this is the scary part. I don't even know if Team Liquid realizes this at the moment, but they've only won one gun round. You know, 4 of their rounds, the first was the pistol, the 1-on-3 win by Elige, and then the 2 anti-eco rounds, and then 1 gun round. So they actually have not been effective on this defensive half whatsoever. So good time for a pause, good time to get things calmed down, talk something over. They're going to have some Molotovs to use. They're going to have their smokes. They're going to have all their flashes. We've seen sometimes late in these rounds, and VP is getting ready for an execute, where Hiko has actually been, you know, that round he was pushed up in that cubby right next to those A-halls. Perfect situation for a pop flash from Odran or something, but they didn't have one whatsoever, so now they have all the options available to them.
Well, I'm still curious to see. I mean, the pause can go up to 3 minutes, I believe, so it seems like everybody's readying up once again to get back into this, make it live. I'm curious to see if Liquid decide to go for some kind of aggressive push, you're right, making use of the utility or just being aggressive at all. I mean, you even saw in Hiko's clutch moment when it came to the reaction cam on him, where he's just like, you know, the hand motion, like, calm down, you know, calm down. You have to keep your cool in this situation now. It's all about who's going to be able to keep their emotions under control.
Right, you don't want the high moments to get you too pumped up, and you don't want the low moments to bring you down too low. The big question for me is Adren with an AWP, another big investment. Is it going to have an impact? Because we didn't see anything the last time he had it.
He's actually taking it into A-Hall's aggressive. Now the question is, does he actually go full Neo and push? And Neo's ready for it as well. Neo's like, hey,
bring it.
You know, yeah, exactly. You guys, you want to go for you know, an aggressive info take? Sure. Be my guest.
Yeah, come to daddy. That's my play.
And he's in position already. I mean, he's actually starting to head over towards the B hole. So it looks like, well, standard stuff here for VP. Very patient at the beginning of the round. No all-out aggression from them.
But once again, look at the utility. 1 minute left in the round. There's a Molotov and a smoke on Hiko and Flashbang. So they're running very, very low, and Virtus.Pro's not applying any pressure. These are just, you know, using the utility out of fear right now.
Yeah, this is the jitters. Again, they need to be calm again. They need to just cool off a little bit here. Bomb is with Bialy, and I'm a little scared of his position. I mean, he is pretty far forward. If he were to get picked off, that might make things a little bit complicated for Team Virtus.Pro, but they're setting up with all of the nades, and Elige he peeks at the perfect time. And again, now that bomb is dropped at the end of the long. They need to try and pick it up. Snacks is going to pick up the one, but he's not going to get the follow-up. His teammate instead will do just that, and it's a man advantage now for Virtus.Pro going onto this site. They will be able to recover control of that bomb, but it's also perhaps given a little bit more time here for Liquid to work with. Flash goes in, and that's actually Nitro. Just like Hiko instead, just leading the charge. He picks it up 1 for 1, and now it is going to be down to Adren. A little bit slow as far as the first and second halves have been concerned, but it's his time to clutch, and he's got that AWP. He's going to be real close, but they aren't peeking. No elementary mistakes being made here by Virtus.Pro. Even with a shot being put out there by Adren trying to bait some kind of response, VP are not budging. They've got the crossfire established, and now it comes out of pocket, just looking for that, a little bit of info. A little bit of an HE, a little bit of a peek, and the job is done. VP, they win that crucial round after the timeout from Liquid as well.
They play that perfectly in that 2-on-1 situation, much like we saw him play that. It's a couple of them a little bit sketchy in the beginning of the half, but now Team Liquid, they're really reeling at the moment. It's going to be another save out of them, some upgraded pistols, but this happens a lot where we see these lesser experienced teams, the underdogs, they put up a really, really good fight, and it comes down towards the end.
That's like a faith as well. What we just saw in that replay. But finish your point.
I mean, they just can't close. You have to learn how to close these matches out. And Virtus.Pro, I mean, they've learned that long ago. So they're just showing it to Liquid right now. And another boost up from Elige, but they're not going to fall for it twice.
A little bit of lack of faith, I think, as well. From that play where they dropped the bomb, they're so worried, it seems VP, or Liquid rather, the player up on Plateau who's controlling the bomb. You need to be able to trust in your teammates. I think that's the main thing, the main point that I'm trying to make here. You can't be looking at 30 places at once. You need to trust your teammates to lock down angles so that you can focus on yours and get the job done. It is going to be Virtus.Pro pressing on to the B-side. No respect, even with the stack, they don't care. They're going to walk up here and get work done. Hiko is doing a good job, as always, you know, just trying to make it a bit more expensive. But it will be, in the end, 14-13. Virtus.Pro 2 rounds away from securing their first map here.
Still, Team Liquid essentially getting blanked in the gun rounds in the second half. On the CT side, only winning one of them so far. So now they don't have a tactical pause. They just have to quickly figure something out. What are they going to do here? They have the losing bonus is fully in their favor. They have everything they could want again. They have 5 smokes. They have a Molotov. They have the M4s. And I'm just going to keep an eye on these utility. I want to see where exactly they're using these so quickly in this round.
And again, with the AWPs for both teams, it doesn't really seem like they're having an impact at all, though. Neither player, neither Neo or Adren have gone up in frags since they started using these sniper rifles.
This is a good switch, though, because both these ops have been over towards that A bomb site. Now they're going to boost up Adren. They're going to let Adren have those B halls, which means they don't have to use smokes to block off that choke point. They want those smokes to expire so Adren can have that long angle with the AWP. Now they can cheat some players back over towards A. Actually, no one's doing it quite yet, so they have so much faith in Hiko at this A bomb site. It's either that or a lack of faith in their defense at the B bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep getting run over on the B site, so maybe that is it. Maybe they're just willing to go for the gamble again. I mean, do they have a lot of information to go off of? Hiko hasn't pushed into halls. You might have heard some steps, but that doesn't really give away too much. That could be one guy. And now they're falling back to the site. Extra Man is rotating over this time, getting up on a balcony. It seems that's Elige making his way over towards that A site. So they are trying to bolster the defense here, but nothing's been shown here by VP. And still a great nade count on VP, whereas 35 seconds left. Still a couple of flashes to work with here for Liquid, and actually he's done a better job of holding off on the smokes.
I don't like this though by Adren. It falls off that B platform. Now he doesn't have an early shot for information, but there's Hiko with the first kill. That's crucial because now they know it's clear. Oh, he's been had. 3 members over at the A site. Nitro's got to do some work, and he can't get out and get snacks. And it's all going to come down to Adren. He needs to either stay alive or land the shot, and he takes out Pasha. That's a good start. Fugly's here as well. The cavalry has arrived, and there's the crossfire, but Adren doesn't need it. He picks up the second kill onto Taz, and Elige with the final one onto Snacks. 14-14, and this time Liquid make it work. Yeah, beautiful switch up. Now the question is, do they bring Adren back towards A, try and be mobile with that AWP, or do they put him back in that B bomb site? So Liquid gets there just in time, and more crucially as well, they keep 3 members up, so there are not as many rebuys. Their economy is still very weak. They haven't established anything. But once again, a situation where Virtus.Pro, if Team Liquid still win this, the last round is going to be a very sketchy buy for VP for both of these teams. So
it's incredible just how close it is right now between the two. Just the replay there of the last round. Both teams full bomb. 14-14, now good nades going on. And Liquid, I mean, they had nades to work with towards the end as well last round, so let's see if they can reproduce that. And they're still holding on to 3 incendiaries and a good number of smokes. But here's the full execute coming up. They messed up the Molotov onto the tree, so now he's free to sit up here, try and pick them off as they come jumping off a plateau. Nitro to stop Snacks, Cold and Neo and Pasha getting low on HP as well. And all 5 members still alive here for Liquid. They just have to keep those bomb gets planted. It's going to the retake now. This is going to, communication is going to be key. Who is pushing where and at what time. But there we go. At least leaps in with 2 headshots. It's a trade. And Nitro, though, does pick up 2 to bring it back. Neo still alive on the plateau. And we're into a 2-on-2 hold now for VP. On the site, and Taz, he did it before. Not this time. Adren is there to take him. And Neo falls as well. Liquid, they have the time. They both have kits. And they will be picking up the 29th round.
Oh, huge round. Beautiful retake. Oh, they stayed so passive away from those smokes. Just let it expire because that wall from VP was beautiful. It covered everything in that bomb site. So they get the bomb planted, but they can't hold it back. So many nades left in that retake. So doing it as the stretch, the closing stretch of this match, Liquid's done a much better job holding onto their nades. They had Molotovs, they had smokes and flashes to work with. And a couple baits set up really well. Elige just rushes in first, gets killed, and they're able to trade him off relatively quickly. And from there, it's just well done from Hiko and Adren. And they're the 2 players who survive into the late round to win those situations. So that's exactly how Liquid wants these rounds to play out.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And well, now it's going to put the pressure on VP. They go for a buy. They still have 4 rifles and a Tech 9. Overtime, definitely a risk here for Liquid. And you're talking about, you know, learning how to close out maps. This is it, the moment, the make or break moment for Liquid.
If this goes to overtime, I don't think Liquid can do it. They need to win out right here.
Exactly. It's all in this round because you're right. And it is that tendency as well. Once you get to overtime, the more experienced team prevails because it's a totally different circumstance. Again, different kind of pressure. Let's see, 4 players on the B side early on as the minute mark ticks past. And now they start rotating an extra man back towards A. VP, they have the nades necessary for an execute onto the A side if they want. Snack's actually thinking about throwing that smoke to cancel out that Molotov, but he isn't going to give away his position, and now Hiko might be a little worried here. There's somebody close. Flash goes off, ineffective. Hiko goes leaping in, point blank into the Tech 9, but Fugly's there to trade, and Fugly getting close, but he's going to get flanked, and Haas is there to take the fight straight up, and Dren will take out Taz, though, but Bialy right back into it. The trade frags, they're going VP's way. Liquid are now down a player. Elysian Nitro are the last two alive here for the CT side, and that bomb has just been planted on the A site with all three players alive here for VP. All comes down to the timing now. Who's going to land the shots? Elige, he's been doing fantastic work so far, but he's down to half HP. Good flash there to give Neo the chance to dart under balcony as well. So now there's a backstab component here that Liquid have to worry about it. Neo's there to take out Nitro. Bialy takes out Elige, and it is going to be the first overtime that we have so far in the group stage.
Hiko's got to be so frustrated his Molotov does not reach Snacks in that corner. He knows he doesn't get flushed out. He's just like, man, now it's his trouble. It was a nice pop flash from Fugly to help him out, but Snacks just peeks at the right time and it just barely blinds him. That kill was crucial onto Hiko.
Yeah.
And as well, he even goes further than that. He even gets more damage dealt onto Fugly, brings Fugly down to 20 HP, and it's just an easy cleanup. So Virtus.Pro, even though there was 3 members at the same bomb site, they just steamed through the defense. And look at Elige, 26 and 22 for him. Snacks, on the other hand, 29 and 18. These two guys putting up huge numbers for their team. Unfortunately, Liquid, they get to 15. They give themselves a great shot at stealing this match away. Now into overtime is going to be tough.
Yeah, exactly. And it just seems like time and time again, once you get into overtime, it's a totally different set of circumstances. You get the full buy right off the bat. And, well, experience plays such a big hand in it because now you have to, not only do you have to know how to close out a regular time match at 30 rounds, now how do you close out the overtime? How do you take it against Virtus.Pro, who are so experienced in these kinds of situations? They don't crack under pressure, VP.
Yeah, the only good thing that I can say for Team Liquid, or both of these teams really, but especially Team Liquid in that second half, who could never get a handle on their money. With starting out with all that, they're going to have a great shot. They can just, it's just reset. Don't have to worry about the nades so much because they can just rebuy them twice in a row, basically full nades. The question is the op doing enough? Is that investment they're putting into the AWP, is that worth enough in this overtime? Because we've only seen it be effective for a Dread like 1 or 2 rounds in this half.
I think that's why we're asking this question, is because like the one round that we really saw it be effective was on that key round where he held the line on the A side and got the 2 kills.
Right.
But then we didn't really see it again, did we?
Yeah.
So
well, even for Neo, was it even worth it for Neo on the defense?
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. It seems like, I mean, you have Neo kind of hanging around in these angles, just hoping to be able to pick somebody off from Liquid, but that's only going to work if Liquid are playing aggressive. And Liquid just have been holding so passively that Neo never gets the opportunity to go for a kill, or to pick somebody off, right? If it's going to revolve around the quick executes, the big explosive plays a la VP, you kind of have to go for the full rifles. And yeah, we are seeing that change already. Adrenaline will go for the M4, and I think this might be more about managing the money than anything.
Yeah, very well could be, definitely. But now you can see, look at the Liquid side. 4 Molotovs, 5 smokes to work with. BP doesn't pick up an AWP on Neo as well either. But look at this, very aggressive towards this B bomb site, it looks like, but they're not going to commit to any kind of really fast play. They throw their nades and throw their smokes to block any kind of aggression out of Liquid, but it's going to be boosted up anyways. And here comes the execution very quick with one player lurking over to A.
It's a totally different change. VP, they've thrown a lot out onto this plateau, and there we go. Pasha just goes charging through straight onto Elige. He gets picked off immediately, and now VP has some options. They might be thinking about wrapping up onto A. They go through connector with the bomb, and this is going to be big. Neo's already lurking in underpass. He can catch that backstab rotation coming in from Nitro from the side. If Neo gets that kill, oh, this is big now. 4-on-4, and the bomb is going to get planted for Virtus.Pro. Where is the Dren?
Where are Fugly and Elige? They're taking so long even getting into these double doors. Nice trade. There's Taz picking off one as well, but it's a 2-on-3. Virtus.Pro don't have great post-plant positions, but Hiko's got to find some really cool kills here. He's got to come up massive in this flanking.
And he is so good at it. No fun on this server, Hiko. Sit down. Gets the double kill as well. 16-15, and the key round 1 for Virtus.Pro. That's going to put Team Liquid in the hole. They can full buy this round, Moses, but if it goes to 3, I mean, it will go to 3, but if VP win this next one, they're going to be in very deep trouble.
Even if they lose it and have a weak economy, but we are seeing the outbuy out of Adren. No nades on him, just light armor and just snacks, just clotheslines. He just has no joy, Hiko.
And Hiko probably, for a split second there, he's probably like, yes, you know, he's not looking my way. And then Snacks is like,
that's just another passive situation for Team Liquid where, oh, look at this Molotov going to prevent that boost, but actually Adren doesn't take too much damage, it just falls away off it, but it's done its job.
Yeah, instant smoke there as well. So Pasha's going to be able to clear out these angles, but again, Virtus.Pro, they're just totally changing up the pace. Now there's the lack of respect is being shown. They don't care. They're just going to go in here, get aggressive on Liquid, put the pressure on as much as possible, and Pasha actually getting shot by his teammate there. Neo strung a little tight. Fair trade so far. Dren finally coming into play with that AWP. So it is a 3-on-3 retake scenario now for Liquid, and they are knocking on that bomb site as the bomb gets planted, so they have plenty of time to play with here. Comes down to communication now. They have a smoke, a Molotov, and a flash to work with as well, so they actually have some utility going into this. But it's just going to be straight shots, straight duels, and you run right into Snacks. Nitro gets caught. Yeah, they really do. This AWP, I mean, the Dren even taking a huge risk there, risking the wall bang.
They got to fall back. Alicia's going to get that kill, and that man propped him forward, and that's a little bit scary because there's just a nice setup from Virtus.Pro in post play. Now a Dren, no option. No kit on him as well. He probably could have picked one up if he somehow manages to find some of those miracle kills, but just Liquid getting brutalized in this overtime now. And you're exactly right. No respect. Something that's been happening at this A bomb. So we've talked a lot about how Virtus.Pro is able to just overrun this B defense time and time again in regulation. Even in regulation, dating back even to the terrorist pistol round that Virtus.Pro had. They get up into that A bomb site so quickly. That defense is so weak that they get a player underneath the balcony so fast. And that's what happens when those rotates from Team Liquid come in. Where do you go? Because Neo's already sitting on her balcony just waiting for that headshot angle to pop up. He's in prime position, and that's just the weak defense planned out by Liquid at the moment. Hiko just playing this solo a lot of times, relying on those rotations to come in, and the timing's just not going their way.
Well, again, VP, they aren't really changing anything up. Again, this time though, it's not a full kill. They didn't really go out onto plateau, but they did kind of give the opportunity there for Pasha to try and take a peek if he wanted to. So enough nades there for Liquid to be able to stop that aggressive take of plateau, but now Pasha's been boosted up. He's looking for a deep hole. The Liege has shown that he likes to go into the back corner, so that's what Pasha's looking for.
This is just too many times throughout this match that Liquid's allowed Virtus.Pro to have whatever they want on their terror side. There's no one contesting danger stairs, there's no one contesting these A-halls, no one contesting any kind of connector. So Neo, he's in here with an AWP, and he's all alone, and he doesn't feel any fear whatsoever.
Too far back, and while Snacks is there to open things up, he takes out a Liege, and that was from drop, I believe. Bugly's going to be there to take one back, but then he gets caught by Taz. Again, Virtus.Pro moving in pairs, buddy system in play, and now it's going to be Nitro getting caught. A Dren and Hiko, the last two alive here from Liquid to stop a perfect half from VP. A 2-on-4, and they go back there and check. Just make sure that Hiko isn't lurking in the henhouse this time. It's going to be Pasha instead, just charging forward. He takes the fight straight up with Hiko, and it's going to be a Dren trying to barrel through this smoke. He's right on the edge of it, but Virtus.Pro, they don't have to take any risks.
Right, Snacks just showed up to play in this overtime. When they need him, this star player just comes out from first round on, and this round it's just one entry kill, but it opens up that B-bomb site completely. Dren's got to go for this. No kit, but he's got to find Pasha. This is such a hard spot to clear with that AWP. He's know he's got to bait out a peek from Bialy, and now look at this, they're just toying with him. A perfect way to juggle aggression. They eliminated 3-0 in the first half of overtime for Virtus.Pro, and they're on the verge of surviving a scare early on.
Absolutely. All right, one more round is all that's necessary. It's the first and 19 in this kind of scenario here. So we'll see. There's a little bit of time to talk things over as you go into the next half here for Team Liquid. I mean, they're the ones who have to really take a deep breath. Or I don't know. Maybe it's like, ghost pepper and vodka time. To do something to fire yourself
right?
up. Like, get going. Because you are on the edge right now of just dropping down into that lower match.
Ghost pepper and vodka. Is that what
Who was it that was talking about that yesterday? Where it was like, you take a shot of ghost pepper and vodka.
That sounds awful.
It does sound really awful, doesn't it? But, oh yeah, there you go.
This is just, this is going to have to be a Liege that's going to have to step up once again. And this is a nice matchup. Nitro's had some really nice entries on the T side. And that's the thing, when you talk about the success of Liquid, they've looked so good in this match, but it's all come from their terrorist side. Their CT side really didn't give us too much promise, but it's this T side where this is entirely possible for them, but they've got to have Nitro come back. They've got to have a Liege get some of those stellar kills.
Yeah, 9 rounds, 9-6 in regular time, so I mean, regulation, I guess. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Liege, I mean, Liege has maintained the pace. He's sitting on nearly a 30 bomb. He's trailing behind Snacks, but yeah, it's a bit of a stretch here, especially considering the lack of experience on this team. As we've been, we kind of have to hammer that home. No matter how you cut it, Virtus.Pro are the favorite team in this matchup. They have so much experience on it that in these kinds of situations, you have to give them the edge. You have to give them the advantage. And so Liquid being 3 rounds down, they're on the edge. They need a perfect half. That's a lot stacking up on a bunch of young players.
That's a lot to ask for.
And we're not going to throw them under the bus quite yet. They're making full use of the switch time. So Liquid right now, it is going to come. I mean, Hiko, he did kind of show up as well in this second half. He had his moments. But now is the time to prove yourself here. Let's see what Liquid are made of.
And the big thing is Liquid going to be? Oh, look at the auto
what?
buyout just right off the bat. Pasha just wants to end it.
What were we saying about lack of respect again?
Yeah, this is down to 2,200. This is.
If you lose this round, Pasha,
This
you
is-
realize what happens.
Yeah, this is the opening though for Liquid. If they can punish this buy out of Pasha, then all of a sudden they've got a big advantage moving forward.
Deploying
I'm throwing the
flashbang.
flashbang.
Okay, he didn't use it in regular time, so maybe Liquid won't expect this.
Here's the cool thing too.
For it.
He goes back in this position where he punished Neo. He wants to punish that push. He knows if he can just give him one kind of advantage. Doesn't want to lose to that kind of an aggressive play out of Virtus.Pro again, though, especially when they're just on, they don't have anything to give up anymore. So taking no risks, Liquid playing it very safe, very passively.
It looks to me like VPN are going to fall for the same trap twice. This time Neo isn't going for the aggressive push. He's checking in underpass real quick, but instead they've elected to just wait and see Virtus.Pro. They're going to make Liquid sweat. And Liquid right now, they're also holding very passively. Just hoping that somebody's going to make a misstep on VP's side.
Throwing smoke.
No, the missteps are over. VP's not making missteps anymore. We haven't seen one in quite some time.
I keep thinking, is Neo going to get aggressive? Is he going to try and go into underpass? But there's no reason to take that risk.
Smoke.
Team Liquid are the ones who are showing nerves right now, so if you make their lives more difficult,
Fire.
Throwing
this could be it. Neo's rotating over towards the B site now. Bomb is up on plateau, about to make its way there. They haven't committed though, and Taz is there to stop at least from pushing in from underpass. There's the rotation coming in from Neo. He takes out a Drent. Effective trade here for Virtus.Pro so far, and there is a little bit of an over-rotator mean, but it's still a 2-on-2, and Pasha's still here with the Scar 20, and Fugly's about to get a pretty rough surprise. There it is. Pasha not even taking a point advantage. And what do you do now, Liquid? What is the answer? You take a bullet to the face, you sit down, and Snacks is there to pick up the last kill. Perfect overtime half for VP. 19-15 the final score. And we had a little bit of hope there for North America. They had the flags, but they fell on them this time.
And they're like, let's